All right, we're going to use a line plot to answer some questions. And the data that was used for the line plot is that there were 11 students that ran the track and gym class. Their distances were recorded on the line plot graph. Use the line plot graph to answer the questions. So we're looking at 11 students that ran the track. And then if you'll notice, it tells us, that each X equals one student. And then this is in miles. So the first question is, what is the most common distance run? So to figure out that one, we're just going to look at the one that has the most X's. So that's going to be a half a mile. So the most common distance would be half a mile. Then the next one, what is the least common distance run? So the one that is the least would be the one that only has one X. So that's going to be 3/4 mile. And then what is the longest distance run? So the longest, in this case, since it's from 0 to 1, it's going to be 1 mile. And then we're going to go ahead and do the challenge. What was the total distance run by all the students? So on that one, we're going to have to add up all of these. So we can kind of do it in groups. Since I've got 3 that ran 1/4, I know that 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 would give me 3/4. So I've got a common unit, so I just add the numerators. Then for the halves, since I've got 2 halves, I know that's going to make a whole. And then I have another set of halves to make another whole. So this is going to give me 2 here. And then I've got 3/4, so I can add that to my other 3/4. Which that gives me 6/4. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 here. So now I've got to go back and kind of put all that together. So the 3 and the 2, that's going to be easy. That gives me 5. But now I've got plus 6/4. So I don't want to leave it as 6/4. I know that I can make one whole out of that. And then since 6 minus 4 is 2, I have 2/4 left over. So I'm going to add that to the 5. So my final amount is going to be 6 2/4, which we know that 2/4 is the same as half. So we could also write this as 6.5 miles would be the total distance ran by all the students. All right, so I'm going to give you another line plot, and it will be similar to this one, and you will have some questions to answer. And then eventually we are going to create our own line plots. So you can think of a question that you would want to ask people and take a survey, and then you'll collect the data and then use that to make a line plot. So be thinking about your question, and we'll talk more about that later. All right, so go ahead and answer the questions about the line plot.